The following is a production of the Neighborhood Sports Network.
This is the NSPN Prep Update, a weekly look at scores, highlights, and stories from across the state. Hello and welcome to the NSPN Prep Update. I'm Ryan Phelps. This week we've broken away from Grand Casino Arena and hopped across the river to Minneapolis. We're at the barn, Williams Arena. This week, girls basketball has the spotlight all to themselves as we celebrate 50 years of their state tournament. On today's show, we'll recap all 4 championship games, and we take a look at St. Croix Lutheran senior Callie Oakland, as well as Sleepy Eye St. Mary's junior Morgan Mathiowetz. And we learn more about a first-time state entrant with our school snapshot. That's coming up later. But first, here are a few of our favorite sounds from the neighborhood.
Go back iron, Ryan with the rebound. Owen rushing controls. Gets it to his brother Luke. He drives into the paint. Underneath, finish. Wow! Luke Russian's bag is deep.
Wallace Johnson will shoot a 3. Misses, but Ichima Adoko getting up and throwing it down. Another big putback jam for De La Salle, and the lead is 13. Offensive foul against Carlson. Turnover gives the ball back to De La Salle. Somebody get an extinguisher. Nicollet Island is on fire right now.
And the lead back down to 1. Daniel coming to play a straight on three-point shot is nothing but the bottom of the net for McMichael.
At the elbow, almost another strip. Leaving the 3 open. Nothing but net. Mulder shreds the threads.
6 on the shot clock. Outside for... Oh! It's fall again! 3-pointers are falling!
The first official Minnesota high school girls basketball tournament was held in 1976 at the Met Center in Bloomington, home of the Minnesota North Stars. Now, the tournament is here at Williams Arena, home of the Gophers, and also where the Minnesota Lynx won the 2017 WNBA championship. It was another great event this year. Here is a look at the championship games. Starting in Class 1A, Mountain Iron Buell versus Sleepy Eye St. Mary's. Morgan Mathiowetz, who we'll hear more about later on in this segment, gets some points early, hitting a 3 from up top. The Knights would score the first 14 points in the game. After the initial outburst, the lead would never be less than 10. But the Rangers didn't just throw in the towel. Anna Nye ends with a drive to the rack. She would have 11 points in the game. Knights up by 12 late when Natalie Fisher connects for a 3-pointer. But on the heels of that, Anaya Thomas would take the pass down court and answer with a 3 of her own. But in the end, the Knights were too much, and Sleepy Eye St. Mary's wins 80-63 to win their first ever girls basketball championship in this their 5th trip to state. Mathiowetz scores 27 for the Knights, while Olivia Schiefert had 25. The Knights finished the year 32-1. Class 2A finals, Duluth Marshall versus Providence Academy. First half early on, Hilltoppers with a lead when Chloe Johnson rebounded a Madden Greenway 3-point miss and connected on the outlet pass to Candice Ndam. The 6-point lead would be the largest of the night for the Marshall School, and it would evaporate quickly. Just before the half, another highlight to add to Madden Greenway's reel, the Spinorama layup, part of 33 points, 9 rebounds, and 13 assists for Greenway, a near triple-double. Emma Millerburn would have a big night as well. She'll get the steal, pass to Beckett Greenway, and then back for the layup. 21 points and 6 assists for Millerburn, and Alexa Nikolai added 19. Beckett Greenway had 10. And the celebration would start. 95-60, Providence Academy wins to secure 5 straight state titles for Madden Greenway and the Lions. Greenway finishes her remarkable high school career with 5,621 points, 3rd on the U.S. all-time scoring list. The Class 3A championship game featured Stewartville versus Benilde St. Margaret's. This title game was close in the first half. Danica Schindler with a 3-pointer to pull the Tigers within 3 points. However, the Red Knights always seemed to have an answer. Case in point, right after Schindler, Zeta Jenkins would answer with a 3 before the half. Up by 5, Benilde would get some breathing room. Sydney Friedley would get the steal from J.C. Rath and go all the way down the court for the layup, stretching the lead to 7. Towards the end of the game, some great passing for Benilde St. Margaret's as Presley Watkins sends the outlet down to Jenkins, who finds Mirabelle Wismer for the layup. BSM wins 75-63. 4 Red Knights finish in double figures, led by Friedley, who had 24 points. Jenkins had 16, as Benilde St. Margaret's hoists a trophy for the 4th consecutive year in 3A ball. And to the Class 4A finals, Hopkins versus Rosemount. How to inbound on a good defense? Throw it as far as you can. Gianna Carpentier with the long pass to Ashna Ramlal, and the Irish would have a 6-point lead in the first part of the first half. Hopkins would come back. Ava Cupido would disrupt the pass and pick up the loose ball. Cupido down the court, gets the separation, and takes the long 3 to give Hopkins their first lead. It would stay in Hopkins' favor until this moment. Sophomore Kaylee Dilger, with her only basket of the game, hits the game winner, propelling Rosemount to their first ever state championship in girls basketball. Irish win 63-62. Amisha Ramlal led the way with 20 points. Ashna had 16, and Isla Silk contributed 12. Twice the runner-up, Rosemount gets to take home the championship with a 29-3 record. While we watched Madden Greenway and Tori Orline battle for the all-time scoring record, another standout was holding her own on the point sheet. Andrea Mayu has more.
Pass low, she'll get it back, pop up a 3, and that's up and in.
Morgan Mathiowetz of Sleepy Eye St. Mary's ended up as Minnesota's second most productive scorer in the state, tallying 1,114 points. That's 33.8 points a game.
Stolen away by Mathiowetz.
Her 197 steals and 190 assists take the 3rd and 4th place spots, respectively. The junior also surpassed the 3,000th career point mark this season.
She's already in double digits.
Knowing that I can trust myself based on the work that I put in throughout the offseason or the past years, and just knowing that I have the ability, but also that my teammates have the ability too. So just always willing to contribute and do what the team needs for us to be successful. And I think just knowing that my teammates trust me with the ball, and then if teams try to focus in on me, then they can make shots and make plays too. So just kind of trusting each other on the court has been huge for us this year, and then having some other people step up from last year and got a lot better over the summer.
And she comes every day to get better. I mean, a lot of times when you have talented players, they sometimes don't come to practice to work hard and get better, but she's the opposite. She comes every day to get better, and that just goes across the entire team. It's really fun to sit back and just watch her and some of the things that she can do on the court. You're just like, wow, the high school level for a small school and the talent that she brings. And she's a player that truly makes everybody else better on the court, and very quiet. I mean, you'll be done at the night and you look in the book and she had 40-some points. It's like, geez, where did that come from?
The Sleepy Eye St. Mary's Knights.
Mathiowetz and the Knights made it back-to-back state trips, going 29-1 heading into tournament play.
They're content to dribble the clock out.
Sleepy Eye St. Mary's capped off the incredible year with the program's first ever Class A state title, a first as well for Coach, who is in his 37th year with the Knights.
We got kids that are diving for loose balls in practice. You don't see that very often, but this group of kids do that consistently. They work hard. They push each other. They want to be successful. They know what they have to do to put that work in to meet that success. And it's just been a joy to coach a group like this because of their hard work and their ethic and their commitment and how they support each other as well.
Whenever you get that opportunity to play in that game, just a lot of joy and never taking it for granted, because a lot of teams wish they were in that position and not every team gets to experience that. So I think just enjoying it while it lasts and obviously going after it and be willing to compete every single night you step on the court.
Mathiowetz comes from a basketball family. Her older sister plays at SDSU, and Morgan committed to play at NDSU following graduation. But first, we get to see what she can cook up for her senior season.
Mathiowetz, yes! Morgan Mathiowetz again!
For NSPN TV, I'm Andrea Mayu.
There's still plenty more coming up on the NSPN Prep Update. Boys basketball crowns their section champs, and we feature another girls basketball standout. But first, it's trivia time. How many teams that played in the 1976 girls basketball tournament made the trip this season? The answer, as well as our school snapshot, from the land of Purple Rain are all coming up.
New journey.
Division 3 straight to Division 1.
New energy. Same standard.
The Tommies have climbed to the peak of the summit.
And your Pioneer Football League champions wear purple and gray.
No limits. Welcome to St. Thomas Athletics.
When the big game is about to start and the weather is less than ideal.
Nope. Nope.
Stay in and catch the big game on NSPN.
And the Pioneers trying to break for the middle. Penalty is coming, so is the goaltender, and it's an open net for Whistler, who scores! John Whistler, and that...
Your neighborhood sports network.
Your trivia question was, how many teams that participated in the first official girls basketball tournament were at the dance this year? The answer is 3. Hill Murray and Rochester Lourdes qualified in 1976, while Benilde St. Margaret's made the 2A championship, losing to St. Paul Central 49-47. The Class 1A final game saw Redwood Falls defeat Glencoe 41-28. State Basketball 26 was a special one. Not only did we celebrate 4 state champions, but we also honored 50 years of this great event. The Minnesota State High School League paid tribute to all 16 teams that participated in the first ever girls state basketball tournament during halftime of the 2A and 4A title games. St. Paul Central won the first Class 2A crown, Redwood Falls the Single A champion. Players spent time together between games, catching up with teammates and longtime friends, sharing stories of their experience.
It's so exciting to be back with my teammates that we were here for the very first girls state basketball tournament. And as I said before, it is a surreal moment. We remember playing when the boys had tournaments, we did not. And to be able to come when we were young, to be on the buses and the hotels, and so it is an amazing time. So we've had the best reunion. This is day 2, just to catch up, see how everybody's doing, because life is too short and there's a lot going on in the world.
Just the fact that I'm here with my best friends from high school, and we're still in touch, and we still see each other, and it was so fun. We loved our coach, Don Kuzma. Yeah, the memories, the games, the competitive nature of it, everything. It was just a wonderful opportunity for us.
Great opportunity to see it in color and to see it live and to engage in that and to be part of it. And
those people are here with us in my mind.
Your camera and or have our photographer take those pictures.
We will have more on the 50th anniversary celebration on next week's Prep Update. Boys basketball will play for their titles in 2 weeks. Teams are preparing to punch their ticket to the madness in section play. Section 1A Championship, Lewiston Altura versus Southland. History made at Mayo in Rochester. Southland with the rout of Lewiston Altura, 87-59. Henry Wisty scores 34 as the Rebels will go on to the Class 1A tournament for the first time in school history. The Section 4 4A Championship, Cretin-Durham Hall versus Tartan. And an overtime affair as the Raiders put a scare into top-seeded and undefeated Tartan. Jalen Gorgon put an exclamation point on the 69-61 win, sending Tartan to the state tournament for the first time since 2014. Section 3 3A Championship, South St. Paul versus Minneapolis South. And a nail-biter in Minneapolis. With under 2 minutes to play, Ramadan Ibrahim would pass off to Jameer Wright, who gives it right back, and Ibrahim sinks the 3 to go ahead for good. Tigers win 72-65 to get their second state cap in 3 years. Section 4 2A Championship, St. Croix Lutheran versus Minnehaha Academy. Redhawks in control early in the second half, and Carter Cupido with the boomerang. His pass to Malachi Snell, then Aiden Green comes right back for a three-pointer. Minnehaha Academy wins 86-66, ninth straight trip to state for the Redhawks. Section 5A championship, Nevis versus Uppsala. After Noah Ripplinger got caught looking for an outlet in the paint, the ball would eventually get to Carson Primus, who would hit the jumper. Uppsala wins a close one, 58-56, to make state for just the third time in school history, their first trip since 2013. There's still one more segment to go on the Prep Update. When we return, our school snapshot takes us on a journey to a weather wonderland.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MN Prep hubs and added more sports. Stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
Welcome back to the NSPN Prep Update, coming to you this week from Williams Arena on the campus of the University of Minnesota. Every sport holds a hidden gem, where athletes glisten even if their team doesn't make the headlines. Mike Peden shined a light on St. Croix Lutheran's glowing forward, Callie Oakland.
They want to make this official. Oakland around and in. Callie Oakland, her first ever 40-point game.
Some players plow a path of self-esteem from the start. Others, like St. Croix Lutheran senior Callie Oakland, require a running start.
When my coach first recruited me to play high school, I wasn't sure I was ready yet, and he assured me that I was, and I just really had to gain confidence in myself for me to actually believe, like, yes, I can play with these high schoolers.
Another source of affirmation comes from Callie's longtime compadre, Amaya Penn.
I think it's been really great seeing her grow into the type of person she is today. She just talks about rebounding and being herself and creating a name for herself, and it just really glues together.
Glue is apropos for a player who set school records for most career rebounds, most points in a game, and most rebounds in a game. You can thank a near triple-double against Nova Classical last season for unlocking Callie's cache of confidence.
Last season was a little bit of a rebuild year for us, and I think just having that game solidified, oh, I'm as good as I think I am, and I can do the stuff that I say I can do.
She can do it all right. Oakland led the state in rebounds this season, recording a pair of 30-20 games along the way. All that work offers certain securities.
I know she's boxing out, so I can box out for 2 seconds and then release, because if she doesn't have the board, I'll probably get it. So she has 3 people boxing her out at a time.
That's not the only memorable moment in the Oakland to Penn pipeline.
When I got my 1,000 points, it was her assist. And the whole game, she was yelling at me. She was like, it has to be my assist. So I was like, okay. And I'm pretty sure when you got your 1,000 rebounds, I shot it.
Yeah.
So
we just build off of each other.
Yeah.
It has to be us.
Callie will continue building at Northern Iowa next season, but she hopes the foundation she established at St. Croix Lutheran will stick around.
Just making sure that nobody gets near my records it's just been a super big goal for me. So shooting for the skies has definitely been my goal since 8th grade.
I don't think anyone will get close to your records.
Yeah,
but
I hope not.
In West St. Paul, I'm Mike Beaton for NSPN.
Oakland, rebound, put back.
We have just boys basketball remaining in the winter season. Here are a few of the playoff games we think should be at the top of your watch list. But you'll have to wait a week. The tourney was pushed back due to scheduling conflicts at the U. We will have the bracket reveal show, however, on Tuesday night, St. Patrick's Day. Join us right here on NSPN.TV at 5:30 for the live reveal show. 1 week later, we'll start with boys state hoops. The 2A and 4A quarterfinals are on Tuesday. The rest of the 2A and 3A are Wednesday. The Class 1A quarterfinals are on Thursday. That's when consolation play starts as well. We'll have that all for you right here. Then we turn the page to the spring season. Our first event, also on Thursday, boys volleyball. St. Paul Johnson at Woodbury. It's time for our school snapshot. That's when we get to know the towns, schools, and communities outside the playing field. They played in their first ever girls' state basketball tournament this year. Now, let's take a closer look at Chanhassen High School. Chanhassen High School, located 24 miles southwest of U.S. Bank Stadium, and the home of the Weather Ball. You know, the National Weather Service, the Chanhassen Storm. It makes sense now, doesn't it? Like those scientists, these kids also study hard, and they rally around the arts, especially music, with a wide variety to choose from within the school walls. But one of their biggest points of pride is the relationship between students and staff, according to Principal Doug Bollinger.
It's a culture of trust and culture of relationships. Kids trust each other, adults trust kids. We pull kids closer if they make, some not great decisions, but we treat kids like they're young adults that they are. There's no school actually in the nation who's been awarded exemplar status more than us in terms of PBIS, so we're focused really on the positive here, positive behaviors and interventions and supports for students, not just in the school, but also like out in the community.
It's a typical suburb, drawing from families in all walks of life, and they love their sports. One of the big draws every year is the inter-district football game between Chan and Chaska. Roll Storm is the battle cry, but they have another motto that's quite the opposite outside of game day.
It's kind of a chill vibe. We kind of joke that it's kind of chill at Chan, but at the same time, like, they get their work done. Like they're not. I think it's a good thing. Like our kids aren't like hyper stressed, and they do well. Not just here, but our data shows that they actually do really well when they leave Chan High School, college, tech school, whatever. They have a lot of success beyond us. We launched them really well, and I think students know that, and the parents know that too.
That's it for this episode of the NSPN Prep Update. A special thanks to the staff here at Williams Arena and the High School League for all their help. We'll see you next week when we get a clearer picture of the Boys State Basketball Championships. For Hannah, JB, Jake, Mike, Jack, Andrea, and the rest of the NSPN crew, I'm Ryan Phelps, saying so long from the Neighborhood Sports Network.